Good morning. Thank you very much for accepting this interview. We are with Mrs. Viola Edwards. She is a multi-awarded person, corporate advisor, mentor, a transcultural psychotherapist, mentoring, coaching, breathwork trainer, humanitarian social entrepreneur, founder and CEO of a Great Academy and Kayana Consulting, partner of Creative Women Platform, co-creator, BQ, Deaf Intelligence, and Great Method. Committed to the creation of a sustainable society since 1993, the author of 2 books, Breathing the Rhythm of Success and Who Makes the Bed. One is Amazon bestseller and the co-author of 11 more. Sits on the board of the several institutions, serves as ambassador for human rights, along her international career path, working as a counselor or trained over 10,000 people in 20 countries, using her practical methods to unlock their hidden possibility and achieve their full potential. Well, thank you really so much. And the first question is, you have been pioneering and developing mental health, fitness, and well-being in the workplace. In simple words, can you tell us more about what you do? Thank you.
Yes, well, it is very important to understand that the psyche is like an organ. And we go with the psyche wherever we go in the world. And a place where we spend most time of our life is in our workplace. So whatever we don't solve in our psyche, in our emotional life, we will take it back to the workplace and we'll create we have the bright side and the dark side. And of course, whatever we didn't solve in our psyche, whatever problem related to authority, related to peer group, or related to our own self-confidence and self-esteem, it will appear in the peer group. It will appear in the workplace. For that, since the 90s, because I past 21 years working in the corporate world before I have my own businesses and consultancy firm, I understood that. I knew what people suffer in the workplace. And as a psychotherapist, I know the struggle that we go through. So this is how I make these in the 90s, these consultancy firm called Holistic Business Consultancy, because we are whole. We cannot just divide ourselves and say, no, we control our pain. We control the pain, but we don't control what comes out from that pain, the bitterness, the shame, the fear, and the struggle. For that, having a clarity in mental health fitness in the workplace is so important. It will solve rework. It will increase productivity. And it will create a huge change in the culture because communication between peers and between different levels will become better. And better of all, we can serve better the community when we have less struggle in the workplace.
Good. What is your recipe for success?
Smile like you, Sophia, Francesca, big, beautiful smile, isn't it? So I would say first thing is when I wake up in the morning, I do smile, first because I have the privilege to have another day to live. So for me, this is very, very important. So sometimes there is ache in the body, sometimes we didn't sleep enough, but the first thing I do consciously is and gratitude. The other thing for me, it has been a huge thread for success is to be always willing to learn something new. But attention, not to learn something new in the area that for me is a challenge. No, I quit that. I'm 62. I only want to learn the thing that I love to learn. I understood that I'm not gonna know everything. I understood that I'm not gonna be able to help everybody, but I know that everybody can help somebody. And this is my intention, to keep supporting people, that in our journey through this life, we can help as many people as possible while we're helping ourselves and being in gratitude for life. And of course, learn and have, for me, a quality that I have is adaptation and connection. So that had helped me to move through this different migration I went through in life and be grateful and be curious to learn whatever I can learn, knowing that I'm not going to learn it all. So that has been a good formula for me to be more and more of expert in certain area and just outsource and say, I don't know about that in other area. And that had helped me a lot, not to pretend be somebody that I'm not.
Real beautiful formula. Could you give some advice how to build an inclusive and open culture that encourages dialogue and engagement?
Yes, yes. Culture is based in the values and the principle of every place, every corporate, every workplace. And we really need to go into checking our values and also define the values. It's not enough to say we have the value of harmony. It's not enough to say, we diversity and inclusion. What does it mean? What does it mean? And what does it mean for this group that are managing this company? And also take it down and take it wide to all level of company to understand that for this place, respect means this. Because the majority of the conflict is because we understand the value in a different place. Yeah. Remember, the first organization that we know was our home. It was an organization. We had a culture, we had system, we have processes so we could move forward. And from there, we moved to school. And from there, we moved to certain clubs or certain network until we arrive to the work and until we are doing this here between us. So we know what is an organization, and deep inside, we know what does not work, but sometimes we cannot solve it by ourselves. For that, mentor, consultant, counselor, coaches are so important. Psychotherapists are so important to be with us and refresh and guide us. Be the make sometime we do as arbitrage in this group to see, okay, those are our value. What does it mean? And make it by consensus. What does it mean? Once we have that, and once we choose the main values that we want to, the core values that our company, our business will sit on, that everything is easier. And I beg you to include inclusion, diversity, and I do tell you through your own modeling, you are the leaders of any company, of any network. Lead by example of what does it mean inclusion, and ask for help, because many people don't know how to do it. We were out of it. So you need, nowadays there's so many experts in this area. So it's very important to transform the culture so communication flow easy. And when communication flow easy in any organization, from the couple to the family to the group of friends to the corporate, everything will be easier and productivity will shine. Sustainable productivity will shine.
Okay, thank you. Everybody has had dark moments in their lives. What have you done to get out of that phase?
Well, I did what many people do. I asked for the wrong help in my youth. I started working at the age of 13 because of migration. And when I was in the adult world, and it was so difficult in some moments, to be like a child at the same time, to be working and so eager to learn and to learn languages and to learn the culture. I did like many other people, went into addiction and asked for the wrong help, because when we're so anxious and we're so scared, sometimes the object, the addiction, what it makes, cigarette or alcohol or whatever other addiction, give us a short-term relief. And that short-term relief that it seems that's going to help us in this moment become the prisoner later, because we want more and more and more of it, and we become prisoner of that thing that at the beginning was in the shape of a relief. So I did have to go through a process to clear myself from the addictions and went into recovery. And I think understanding that and being healthy of understanding what freedom means, because the person who's less free in the world, for me, not only the one who's a political prisoner, or is the one who is prison of their own addiction. And for me, it was huge to understand. In one hand, I was so much fighting, an activist for freedom, and in the other hand, I was trapped in these addictions. And going into the recovery process and being clean for so long and dry for so long, it's like I recover my freedom. And I think this is what I did to get out of darkness moment, to recover my freedom, to recover my choice of my right to choose, my human right to choose how I can heal and how I can be proud of myself again and put all of me towards service, not pieces of me. So I would say for me, that was huge, huge in my journey.
Thank you so much. In
Viola,
your opinion, in your opinion, what opportunity can the WIN platform offer young women? What they can do in order to achieve their goals?
Yes. Well, for all young women, as I was, and I'm still are in some part of me, 62 is just a number. If you see me around the world, you understand how young I am. And this white hair, don't get tricked by it. It's just inheritance from family. So I would say to all of us young people of younger age and older age is please, first, please don't leave your pain alone. Please ask for help. I did that mistake at the beginning of my youth. When I used to be in trouble, I will hide. And that hiding and feeling that nobody deserved to deal with my dramas took me to the world of addiction. Please don't do that. Ask for help. Nowadays, there is no stigma about health, mental fitness. So first ask for help. Maybe the first one will not work or the second, but the third or the fourth will. So I will tell you that. And remember, you are a holistic being. You physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Maybe you're not strong in all of them. Wherever you are strong, recognize that, recognize your qualities. It's very important. This is your major capital. I want to ask you just now, write down the 5 qualities that you appreciate most of yourself. And then see how these qualities have been in your life all along the way, and nurture them and shine them like a silver cup or like a golden cup, and then try to find more quality on you, because it's these quality who's gonna, this light part of you that's gonna deal with the shadow part of you. And don't cut yourself in pieces. We're not perfect. We are doing our best to get the best version of ourselves. And that includes that you recognize yourself in a whole. As I tell you, I'm intuitive, I'm communicator, I'm connector, I'm dyslexic, I don't read map, I get lost in the outside world, I'm terrible in math, I'm very lazy to do sport. Just get yourself in a whole and accept that, think that you are. And as you start doing that in a young age, you will see that even though we are social being and what other people say about us can impact us, but you will learn whatever the words say about you, you will learn how to select what is good for you and what is not good for you, to let it go. And you will learn how not to get so impacted negatively with what the other person say about you. This is very important. And please go to therapy, go to mentoring, and you have so many things to learn, and it's so much better when somebody else can help you in the process. And this is what saved my life, actually. Therapy saved my life. And this is what I do nowadays for a living. And there is hundreds of us, thousands of us in the world. Just find somebody in your language, in your way, somebody that you trust, and go for it.
Thank you so much for this suggestion. Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay.
I was saying, Viola, thank you for sharing with us your life. That's how you really inspire all of us. And you've been so brave to say what you said. And I will never forget the lesson that short-term reliefs do not build your long-term freedom. You've been through a journey, and you can really shine with your independence and happiness and your smile, inspiring thousands of women. And I want to thank you personally for that. I'm really so pleased to meet you, and I hope so much to grow as strong and bright as you are today. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you for this space.
Thank
Let's
you.
all win.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Let's all win.
Bye.
Bye.